From Politico. FBI raids Atlanta area elections office amid Trump's push to relitigate 2020 election. The action comes after Trump promised that individuals would be prosecuted soon related to the 2020 election. This is wild. The FBI executed a search warrant at Fulton County Elections Office outside Atlanta on Wednesday, according to a spokesperson for the agency, which comes amid Trump's push, blah, blah, blah. We get it. Georgia Secretary of State Office and Fulton County's Elections Office did not immediately respond. It looks like, here we go, the FBI agents are here to get the 2020 ballots. Fulton County Clerk Shay Alexander told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, they're all here, trucks and everything. So that's what Cash and Dan were working on, huh?
I hope they go to Philly next. Remember them putting up like the...
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can produce evidence that the election of 2020 was stolen, I think that it's legitimate to say everything that Biden done, or everything that Biden got, every executive order, all the auto pen stuff, all of it should be rescinded.
Void.
All of it's void because...
Yeah, they'll never do that.
I mean,
they think you can make an argument that they should, and they should, but they won't.
I mean, I don't know what it would be.
This is a heavy move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
This is serious.
And it takes more than a year. How much time do they need in order to get all of those? And by 2028.
I agree. Investigations take time, especially when you're combing through mounds and mounds of evidence. I mean, just think about the amount of discovery in just like a regular case. So I get that it takes time. I wish that it would happen sooner. I feel like we should have had this for a really long time, but I'm happy that it's being done. It's one of the positive things that are coming out of the FBI. So
many things. January 6th, we don't know. Right? Yeah. COVID, we don't know. There's just so
Where's
many
the
things.
information on Trump Shooter? I haven't heard anything about him at all.
Exactly.
Thomas Matthew Crooks, we still don't know anything about him.
Zero.
Right. Yeah.
Except that his house was wiped down.
Yeah.
And he had no silverware in the house, right? Wasn't it
Bizarro.
that?
Yep.
Or like no forks or anything?
Yeah, like everything. Honestly, it's getting. It's actually making me like. I want to be like a trust the plan person, and I really want to back Trump because I've loved him for so long. But I'm getting really tired of like making excuses on why things aren't happening over and over again. It's getting.
And a lot of
to be
people
a
keep
lot.
making excuses. They were claiming Trump didn't surrender in Minnesota, despite the fact we have reports now that CBP is saying they've been ordered not to arrest non-criminal illegals.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So Trump pulls Bovino out. He reassigns Noam, sends in Homan, negotiates with Tim Walz and Frey. And you got Trump supporters going like, yeah, we won. Meanwhile, CBP is like, we've been ordered not to arrest non-criminal illegals anymore, just like when we were under Biden.
And the other
Okay.
thing too is they're like,
Strength.
I was complaining about the Bovino move. Even if like you weren't happy with his performance, you don't like tell them that. You like put him in, leave him in there. You assign somebody else to do the work. But people were like, oh, you're not happy that Homan's in there? No, I am happy that Homan's in there. But you just gave them a W, right? Like you're admitting that we are organizing something wrong. You don't want to give them any type of, you don't want to give them an inch because they take like 16 miles. No, we should have had. Like, I'm happy that Homan's there, but these orders that are coming out of there, it's totally mismanaged. I think it's a total L.
I think, like I said last night, I think that it was that there are going to be changes made. I think Kristi Noem's going to end up going. I know Trump said that there were senators that are loosely right leaning.
Why they put a woman in charge in the first place is beyond me.
I don't know. But
Trump's put all women in charge.
It's ridiculous. Look at Pam Bondi. She's doing terrible too.
His chief of staff's a woman.
And apparently
DHS
she's
woman.
a nightmare.
DOJ woman.
I'm tired of it. Like
He's got a Berlusconi thing going on. Trump, get rid of the ladies.
It's enough.
It's
already.
too much. I'm not surprised though. Trump is he likes women. He wants to be surrounded by women.
Okay.
He does.
And then when they don't do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, well, you know what I think it is? The first time around, he didn't surround himself with women. And I wonder if he was like, I should just get women because they'll do what I tell them to do.
It's
But they're not.
Republican
But they're not.
I don't
Or
think
they-
so.
or
It
they
is
just
wild.
can't.
It is,
DI.
yeah.
They have to feel like they have to put women. They have to put this and this DI.
Yeah, maybe Trump was just DEI. He was like, I think women deserve a chance.
He just wanted to see those binders full of women. You know?
I mean, they
He
are
wanted
pretty
to-
hot, the ones he picks for the most part. So, like, maybe he likes looking at them, but like, it's not helping us.
Well,
Kristi
how
Noem's
old-
real hot, right? But she's
I disagree.
Ice Barbie.
Pam Bondi
think she's
for
pretty
a
hot.
60. She's 60, right?
yeah, she's hot too for 60.
She looks great for 60. With all due respect to Kristi Noem, I don't say this to be intentionally mean to her, but she looks like an old one with tons of plastic surgery, and that's just very unattractive. I mean, there are people out there that like it. I saw a really funny post where a woman was getting Botox, and she asked the doctor, how much younger will it make me look? And he says, it won't make you look younger. It'll make you look like an old woman with Botox.
Yeah, well, probably filler, but yeah.
No, I think that's exactly right. I mean, you can look old, right? Because you're aging, or you can look kind of weird, but you're not going to look young.
Yeah. I think you just look weird.
Yeah, you look weird.
Pam Bondi
So I think about
has
that
had
too.
work done, and she
Oh,
looks
for
good.
sure. I mean, yeah, she looks good for being 60. It's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, but plastic surgery is just generally disgusting.
Yes, it's very disgusting.
Yeah.
And they do so many weird things, like the thing where they do that stuff to your cheeks and they take all the fat
Buccal
out of
fat
your
removal?
cheek. The buccal fat. I think Jennifer Welch is really big on that.
I think that
Right?
I think that there was and I'm half joking when I say this, an effort to convince young women to get tons of plastic surgery, so that way when they introduce humanoid robots that don't quite look human, they'll look the same.
Yeah, that's possible.
They do have like an alien
or
look.
so
a lot
that,
of them.
or just
Yeah,
to make
robots.
the older women who already look weird feel better because now the young women have the plastic surgery too. I don't think anyone should get plastic surgery. It's funny, like whenever I've spoken out against like the breast removals for minors because of trans, people are like, well, then you should be against, breast
augmentation.
enlargements. And I'm like, yeah, for sure.
That was the
Like,
funniest thing
just
about the liberals.
everyone leave it alone.
They were
just
like,
leave
do,
it alone.
do you have a problem with girls getting breast implants? Like, yes.
Yes, definitely have a
Next
problem with
question.
that. No nose jobs,
Yeah.
When I was a kid, people were always like, when are you going to get your nose done? And I was like, it's fine. I can smell things.
There's somebody who clicked the thumbnail for this segment where it's like FBI raids election office, and then they like looked at their phone to answer a text and kind of dozed off and came back, and now we're talking about breast implants, and they're like, "Wait, what
What
happened?
just happened? Yeah.
How did we get here?" Because I gotta be honest, I don't even know how we got to this point. Something about elections and now breasts.
It was really just Kristi Noem because
Oh,
we're
okay, that's right.
we're
Trump's
so
not
I
playing
did
right.
hear she got a lashing.
we're so anti-feminist that
You gotta,
we were
she gotta,
that
the
we're
rumor
just
is
talking
she's gonna
about
get
her
fired.
looks.
Yeah, I heard she
Yeah,
had
I
a
think-
really hard day
2
the other
hours
day.
on.
I think she's gonna get fired.
Yeah, I think she's probably going to go too. I don't think she's been great. I haven't been crazy about her photo ops. Like she went down to CCOT to like take pictures with the prisoners.
DHS Barbie.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
she dresses.
Do I have to do
up
this?
and all this stuff.
I
Do
think it's
I
dumb.
need to take over DHS and just
Listen, if the
reign with
people
an
want it-
iron fist?
When the people call on you to serve, Tim, it is your American
The
responsibility.
first thing I'm going to do as the head of DHS is stop all transport of cilantro into this country.
Let's do it now.
Why do you think it tastes soapy?
No, I think it tastes bad.
Agreed. I also hate cilantro.
Yeah, I'm not a big cilantro fan either.
I don't understand how, like, do people eat soap?
Yeah, but like it is a thing. It's a genetic thing. Like if you do those 23andMe and it'll say
Yeah, but, like,
if
how
you
do-
have according to your DNA, if you have a preference for cilantro or not.
But they say, like, cilantro tastes like soap to some people, but I'm like, does that mean you've eaten soap?
Well, I mean, you get it in
How
your...
do you know?
smell.
What about like when
So
you
you're saying
wash your
cilantro-
face? You never
cilantro
got
tastes
soap
the
in
way
your
soap
mouth by
smells.
accident?
Have you ever seen those Air Up bottles?
The what?
The Air Up bottle. So it's a water bottle and it has this ring on top and it's a scent anyway. And when you drink it, it like the air flows
That's
up.
gross.
And anyway, and you smell it, but it makes the water taste like what you're smelling, even though there's nothing that you're adding to the
Well,
water.
I
I
get
just
it. So
want
is the
plain
argument
water.
that to some people, cilantro tastes the way soap smells?
Well, kind of, but like yes, but
lot
like
of-
it's more like your nose can be.
Yeah, like flavor
I
is,
think
is in
cilantro
your,
tastes like cilantro, and it's bad.
Your taste buds are directly linked with your
There's only-
smell, and
there-
like if you don't
yeah.
have a sense of smell, then you can't
There's
taste.
only
Sometimes
like,
they're
actual
very
taste.
linked.
There's only salty,
Yeah.
sweet, bitter. I think umami is one, and there's one other. But the point is, like, most of the flavor that you're getting is because of is linked to your olfactory nerves, the
Right.
smell.
Right. The point is cilantro tastes terrible, and put me in charge of DHS, and I will stop it from coming into this country.
I back that.
Although we probably grow it here, but those people will go to jail.
They grow marijuana here, so yeah.
That's fine.
What would you rate, honestly, Tim? Given everything we've been talking about, how like we don't have anything on J6 and crooks and a bunch of stuff like this with the DHS. and
I would
what you
J6
rate
the
this?
cilantro farmers.
But what would you rate this administration like on how they've been doing so far, like letter grade?
Well, I gave them a C plus before, but now it's probably like a C minus. USAID shutdown was a nuclear bomb. I think people need to remember that. You can't forget. You know, every day the news cycle changes, and we forget there's massive things Trump has done that are very, very good.
That's true. That's true.
The immigration efforts they're doing are good, and I understand Trump's being obstructed by these judges every step of the way.
That's very true.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Trump's not going to knock down this machine overnight, but their messaging is miserable, and that's supposed to be what Trump is good at. Like the messaging on the Epstein stuff was the
Horrendous.
stupidest PR blunder imaginable. Seriously, here's a strategy. Don't say anything. Let the people whinge online about Epstein and literally just ignore it. That was a better PR strategy than what Trump had. I have a better idea. Trump could have just said, okay, we're going to release the files, and then
Take your time
actually
right.
done it. But if Trump's plan was I'm not going to release it, then he literally should have just said nothing. instead of everything they did. No, it was a hoax and Epstein killed himself. That's how you win people over.
And I don't
Miserable.
like the talking to Tim Walz and stuff like this. They're literally undermining us at every step of the way. Like, even what kind of conversation are you going to have with these people that is trustworthy anyway? Why bother talking to them? I say go and grab him by his hair and arrest
Well,
him.
they already subpoenaed him on criminal conspiracy against
Good.
the federal law enforcement. So
Now pull him
Trump
out of there.
is backing down.
I know it's really disheartening.
He's tired. He's
I think
probably
he's
going, I
doing
don't want to
better
fight.
I'm tired.
on foreign policies. I think he
Yes.
did really well about China, and I think they put China in a very, very defensive position now. Their allies are being really weakened, and also the tariff and the economy is so bad, and so
The EU just made a deal with India to because of the tariffs, they're trying to stick it to us. But I think it's about only 18% of what they would normally get from us. So it's not really going to hurt us that much, but they're just trying to send a message. And, their leader was all taking digs at Trump and stuff. So they're trying to do everything they can, but the EU is a terrible thing. Somebody needs to break the EU up.
I mean, the EU has to break the EU.
Yeah, well,
up.
yeah. I mean, England tried, right?
No, they backed away. Yeah,
they
yeah.
pulled themselves out of it.
Thankfully.
Yeah, we aren't going over to Europe.
We're
I
not
didn't
doing.
say
We're
to
not
do
doing
that.
anything in
I
Europe.
didn't say to do that.
Leave stupid Europe
Dictator
alone.
Lisa over here. Didn't say that.
No, look. Europe is in control of its own destiny. If it wants to destroy itself, it's going to destroy itself, and it's not really any of our business.
Sort of in a
That's the whole
suicide
point
spiral.
That's the whole point of refocusing on the Monroe Doctrine.
He's
right?
done a lot of good things. I'm not saying that he hasn't. I'm
Trump overall,
disappointed
look,
in a lot of things.
if you take away the bad messaging around the Epstein file and stuff, I think people would generally give him probably a B plus.
I think this really.
I disagree.
I was in the B plus area until this happened. This backing down. It was Bavino, and then changing the messaging.
Until
and now
Minnesota?
till the Minnesota stuff.
I'm
The
still
Trump
now I'm
supporters
pissed.
flipping and just being like, "Yay, we're going to bomb Iran," when Trump literally told me he's not going to bomb Yemen or Iran. It's like,
put that way.
I don't care
I'm,
about
I'm still- I'm s-
You can
listen,
level 'em.
Listen, the verdict.
Sure,
in my
but the
opinion,
point
the
is-
jury's still out on Minnesota.
people there's too many people who are zealous Trump supporters that Trump can never make a mistake. If Trump can't make a mistake, you're going to lose.
Right.
Because you need to tell Trump when he's making mistakes so that he can correct them. And if he can't correct them, then he won't. So the people that are just like, nah, we won in Minnesota, it's like, okay, well, CBP said that they're not able to deport anymore. If that's victory, then you've gotten everything you wanted. Congratulations. Next time we have a conversation, I'll just remind you that I'm in favor of mass deportations and you're in favor of only the criminals.
Right.
Yeah, I want mass deportations and I want a moratorium on immigration for 10 years. But I still, honestly,
Definitely.
in my opinion, the jury's still out on Minnesota. I think we'll see how it actually pans out.
I just don't like the messaging change.
Yep.
I think that it emboldens them to keep throwing their violent temper tantrums. And,
I'm seeing
it's a problem.
conflicting reports. There are people that say that ICE is still doing deportations. They're still snatching people up and deporting them. So if that's the case, okay, Homan's in there. If he's just keeping it out of the public eye and making sure that people are still being deported and they're still rounding people up. And again, I'm seeing conflicting reports because some people are saying it's over. Some people are saying that it's not. So I don't know for sure what's going on. So in my opinion, the jury's still out on.
Well, Frank
Minnesota.
came out and said that he wasn't going to cooperate with federal authorities, and then Trump said he was playing with fire, and so we're back at exactly the same point.
Yeah.
Only
I like Home.
know.
I'm happy that Homan's there, and I'm very happy about the database that he wants to start doing. I'm like, let's do that.
I mean, look, if the FBI is actually investigating the signal chat and they start arresting people, again, I don't know that they're going to, but this is the reports that I'm reading is that the FBI
Well,
has it and stuff.
This Atlanta raid is a massive W.
Yeah.
I agree.
That gives Trump a big boost to his score. I want to see more on this stuff. Honestly, I care substantially more about this than I do the immigration stuff. So if we got 3 stories in the next week that different election offices were being investigated by the feds and they were collecting evidence, I'd be very, 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 very happy.
I think they're I think they're connected because this right here, it's good to go back and look and find the violations of the law, but the immigration stuff that's going to affect the future election. So this not that this wouldn't if they're gaming the system or they're creating votes or hiding votes or not counting votes or whatever, that's a bad thing. I think that if Congress passes the SAVE Act and they actually actually can clean up the voter rolls. That's a good thing. But I still think that the actual biggest problem is the census and how the Congress is representation is in Congress. And if they don't take care of the illegals, they're going to count them in the census unless they make some kind of massive change to the way that people are counted, whether it be you only count citizens, which I think should be, that to me is obvious. You should have to be a citizen.
I think citizens should be counted, and that number should stand on its own. We should know what that is.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.